Hi there, Jean Cregan here with a guest video message. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to visit with you that I love and miss from Holy Family, even if it's only virtual for a few minutes. It's a pleasure to be with you. For me, this spring was quite hectic. I think every spring is quite hectic, and I think you probably agree. Most of our lives are filled with graduations and confirmations and first communions and celebrations that are positive, weddings, showers, other various events. Maybe you work in an environment where year end is happening and it's very stressful in that sense. But I feel like in the spring, we're always just moving from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And that happens for me personally and professionally. So I welcome the spring moving into summer when the patterns of my day, the patterns of my professional life, and the patterns of my family life shift a bit. And June, I welcome with longer days and warmer nights and opportunities to be out in nature. And it provides me with an opportunity to be a little bit more reflective. For me, June is a time when I kind of take stock of what's happened over the last 9 to 12 months. I think I'm more reflective at this time of year than I am in December. I tend to make my New Year's resolutions at the end of the summer. I start new projects and new habits in September, not in January. So I've been looking back at my last 9 to 12 months or so and thinking a little bit about what went well, what didn't go well, what's good in my relationships, what's good in my professional life, what's good in my personal life, what's good in my relationship with God, where am I on my path to discipleship? And I have been praying with a prayer or a quote from St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, where she writes, "Forgive what I have been, correct what I am, and direct what I shall be." 3 pretty simple statements, but what beautiful things to ask of God. When I look backward, I tend to focus on the things that didn't go well instead of focusing on the things that went well. This prayer has kind of allowed me to say, forgive what I have been. I'm going to learn from those experiences and I'm going to move on, but I'm not going to focus on what didn't go well. Correct what I am. Have I veered off course a little bit? I know I've had some successes in my personal life and my professional life, and I know I've grown in my faith this year, but am I on track where you want me to be? Correct what I am. What is God calling me to right now in my relationship with Him and my discipleship? But the third, the beautiful hope of direct what I shall be. We are, cognitively aware of the fact that our God is great, right? That our God can do wonderful and amazing things in us, with us, through us, in spite of us, with our gifts and our talents, that God does amazing things in our world all the time and in our lives all the time. These video messages attest to that, right? But do we ask God, direct what I shall be? Where do you want my discipleship to go? How do you want me to share the good news? Where do you want me to be Christ for other people? I love the freedom that this prayer gives me to acknowledge the past and move on and say, where am I called to be right now? And the hope of our faith as to where do I go? What is God going to do in, with, and through me in the year to come, in the summer to come, in the month to come, in the day to come? What about you? Does anything about this prayer connect with you? Forgive what I have been, correct what I am, and direct what I shall be. I hope this message finds each of you well, and I hope to see you very soon. And I would love to hear your reactions to this prayer.